Welcome to another episode of 𝐶𝐿. Don't forget to like and subscribe as well as watch the video all the way through, not because I asked you to, because today we're going to be learning about if you're looking to get into construction, you should watch this video. This is the hallway that's entering into my office and studio and the secret room back here, and I really thought this would be cool to put some lights on these stairs. This actually was an addition. We didn't originally plan on doing this space. It's a pretty big area. It's about 600 square foot. This is going to be a closet here, and then right here is where my desktop's going to be. It's where I do my QuickBooks and stuff. And then of course the secret room. Let's slingshot into the topic. If you want to be in construction in any capacity, like you're a person that's never done construction, don't really understand, don't know anything about it, here's some things you should know. The first thing you need to know about construction is not a gentle business. There's going to be lots and lots of people with thick skin that probably aren't really all that nice. There's going to be some people in construction that are nice, you know, like myself. There's probably going to be a pretty good bit of profanity on the job site, and it's just not really for the weak of heart. It's certainly not for people with thin skin. It's not a therapeutic walk in the park every day. If you are easily offended, construction is probably not your business. And I'm not sure why people are like that in construction. It's just a physically tough job, and I guess sometimes just maybe even the physical aspect of it make it such a not happy-go-lucky situation. I'm not trying to say all people in construction are made out to be like these rough convict types, but they are tough. And if you're gonna make it in the business, you're gonna have some degree of toughness also. Yeah, these lights are low voltage, and I think they're really made for outdoors, but they work perfectly in here because they're so small. It's just 1 1/4 inch plug. And this little part we don't need, so all I do is just pop this baby out right here. There we go. Just popping this part here out and just sticking it in the wall. It's gonna add a nice little ambient lighting for the stairs. That's a neat looking light. If you're new to construction and you see all these guys building these houses and you see people doing projects, you just like doing stuff with your hands, so you feel like it might be a good fit for you. The next thing you need to know is that construction can be a slow progression. Whenever I first started construction, I was 12 years old. I was helping my dad build our house, and we really always had our hands in something in construction. And of course my uncle, my big brother, and pretty much everybody I knew did building. I mean, that's just the way I grew up. Understanding that construction can be a slow progression and a slow learning curve is just part of the whole deal. I've had people come out on jobs and they see that I'm building these houses and subdivisions, and they say, man, that's cool, I would really love to do that. And I always stop them and say, look, man, this has been cultivated over a long period of time. And fast forward a few years, whenever I was 15 or 16 years old, or right whenever I was able to get my driver's license, I was cleaning up job sites for Eddie Flanagan. He's a home builder here in West Monroe, still a great home builder, but I was doing like the lowest thing on the totem pole. And then from there, I would just move forward and I would learn new things, and everything that I saw, I would always absorb and say, okay, well, that's how that works. Everything built up from there. It was never all of a sudden, boom, I'm building big houses and subdivisions. It was just one step at a time. And being a new guy in construction and having all these ambitious ideas and thinking you're gonna be automatically building skyscrapers is a fallacy. I think that means false. To see up this point, understand that you're gonna have to learn things. If you wanna be in construction, come out with a learning mindset. Understand that eventually you'll figure these things out, but know that on the first day, you're not necessarily gonna be at the top of the food chain. To add to this point, I really wanna kind of drive home that you don't have to start a business. You don't have to have the idea of, well, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna get all, that's a big crow, look at that. If you're going towards like self-employment, you want to be a self-employed contractor or whatever the trade may be in construction, understand that you don't have to pull out a big giant loan to go get started. I'm gonna buy trailers, I'm gonna buy tools, I'm gonna buy this and that, I'm gonna get me business cards, get stickers on my truck, and it's all gonna be honky-dory just because I got business cards, I'm gonna be a successful contractor. That is also false. And don't take this as set in stone, because a lot of people do things a lot of different ways, but me personally, I just built slowly. I collected my tools slowly, the size of projects just grew slowly. Everything was sort of built on a strong foundation, if that makes sense. No pun intended. So by the time I'm building subdivisions and houses, I've pretty much been through every part of the building process, and really at ground zero for most of them. Hey, my people, hey. Oh yeah, it's hot out there.
What? Thank you. What is that?
Make sure it's like that, okay? Rainy and cold, and that's gonna kind of slingshot me into, I say slingshot a lot. If you're thinking about getting into construction, know your risk. There's lots of different things that'll affect the success of your construction project and your construction business. The first thing is weather. As you can see here, looking pretty crappy. And it's the same thing on our job sites. I mean, if you're trying to put in a foundation or if you're trying to frame up a house, you can't work in the rain. It affects the ground, and of course it affects the people because the people have to be out in the elements. It's another variable that you have to consider whenever you're going into the construction business. Injury. Construction is like a really physical thing, and if somebody gets hurt, it could cost you money on the back end with workers' comp insurance. It could cost you money if you don't have insurance. You're probably screwed. If somebody gets hurt, it's your responsibility to take care of them. And this whole section here is more of like a self-employed type situation. If somebody gets hurt on one of your projects, even if it was their own negligence, it's still your responsibility. And you might not want to put a claim on your workers' comp insurance, but you'll still have to pay for it out of pocket, which still really sucks. And that's one of the risks having a construction business, is that if somebody gets hurt, you're responsible for them. It doesn't matter whose fault it was, you're still responsible for them if they're on your payroll. Availability of materials. And during the pandemic, it's gotten worse. We used to be able to get windows in 3 weeks. Now it's more like 3 months. If you're lucky, it could be 4 months, 5 months. And it all just trickles down. All of your subcontractors, they're having a hard time getting material too. If you can't get material in a certain period of time, that could hinder the progress of your project and could hinder the cash flow of your business. Listen, y'all, I'm not trying to make construction sound like it's a terrible thing, because it's a really good thing, and I really appreciate construction. I enjoy building houses. I enjoy building stuff. I enjoy building things even at my house. But it's really important to understand the risk. That's why I've drawn all these cool little economy. The way the economy affects us is that the prices of materials can increase. The effects of how quick a home will sell is dictated on our economy, because the person that's buying a home has to have confidence in the economy. And if they're going to spend $300,000 or $400,000, they may not want to buy a home. They may not want to put that out if the economy is bad, because they are unsure. The economy affects interest rates through the bank, and even if a house is like a little bit inflated, they're still going to purchase it because they can save money on the back end with their financing. You could probably make an entire video based on the economy and how the economy affects the building business. The last point of know your risk is dependability of people. I don't even know if I have to really speak much on this, because people are people, and I'm a person too, and sometimes I'm not dependable, but I try my best. And the success of my business has been sort of orchestrated on my dependability. But my dependability alone is not enough to build a house. Everybody that's working, from the guys that are sweeping to the guys that are framing the walls to the guys that are running the wire and laying the concrete and putting the roof on and painting, they all gotta be on their toes. And if they're not, which most of the times, they're just not gonna be. We're human. I'm not faulting anybody for that, but that's just the way it is. People that are involved in construction, we have to deal with that. Manpower is very important. How do we mitigate these problems? And the truth is, you can't 100% mitigate any of these problems, because they're always going to be there and you're always going to have to deal with them. And you take each one of these issues as they come and deal with them the best you can. But if there was a panacea for all these problems, it would be this: do good. When I say do good, this is another point I could probably ramble on for like probably 3 or 4 days on. You do the best you can to hold your word to the people that you work for, and also the people that work for you. You always try to take care of people in any aspect of the business, and this could apply to a freaking candy shop or maybe even an ice cream store, you know? You're gonna offer a product, try to make the product the best it can possibly be. And direct it at your clients. Try to make it easy on your clients, because your clients don't wanna have to come out and deal with issues. They don't wanna have to be on the phone with you all day long. Try to make it easy on them. Your business should be treated like a relationship or like a team. Everybody has to work together to make a construction project work, because if everybody's not working together, it's not gonna work. Dude, I don't know how to do plumbing. I don't know how to do HVAC work. I know how to do a lot of stuff, but there's some things I just don't know how to do, and I have to depend on these people to make the entire package come together. Anyway, do good is just a really, really good thing. You can interpret it a lot of different ways, so pretty sweet.
We did time lapse and we ran out of memory card, so you ain't gonna be able to see the whole thing.
Right, but you can see it all put together, and the problem was I was trying to get my memory card unloaded onto my laptop. My laptop is a piece of junk. I got a new laptop. The other one took a dump on me. Anyway, that's been another episode of 𝐂𝐿. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.